Hey guys, for this video we're going to take a look at and test out this solar street light by OK Pro. Over the years I have done a lot of videos on different types of solar lights. This is by far the biggest and supposed to be the brightest so far, and they were nice enough to send me this item for free so I can make a video showing it to you. Look how big that thing is. That is huge. I can't wait to get it outside and get it all hooked up, and I can show you guys what it looks like at night and what kind of a area we're able to light up with this guy. It's 26 inches long, the entire length of the light, about 14 inches wide as it's standing right there. This is listed as 1200 watts and 120,000 lumens. Now that's really bright. That's crazy bright. Also 7000K, so a white light, just getting towards the bluer side. Now, in addition to the light, you also get the post for mounting. It can be mounted on a wall or on a post up to 4 inches in diameter. You would just put these two together to sandwich it with some of the mounting hardware that they include for you. If you're going to wall mount it like I'm going to do, they give you these little expansion bolts, and it works just like a drywall anchor essentially. You drill a hole, put that in the hole, tighten this down, that expands, locks it in place, and you're ready to go. Now the other really cool thing is it comes with a remote control. We have on, off, we can change the brightness. This puts us back to the sensor mode, which we'll talk about in a second. And then we also have different timers, so we can set a timer, and then again it goes back to sensor mode when you're done. So you can turn it on and off with the remote, which is really nice. You have an on-off button physically on the light. And what it's going to do is obviously charge during the day. We have the big old solar panel on the back. Look at this thing. Look how huge that solar panel is. That's a monster. A little dirty because I already had it outside to charge. So this guy is going to automatically be charging during the day in the sunlight. Then at night it'll come on low brightness. When it senses motion, it'll turn on full brightness. And then of course you can also control it with the remote. It does come with an instruction manual to give you some specifics of the light and how to install it. Let me get the lights off in here. We can do a little test run with the remote. Turn it on. Don't look directly at the light. That's a bad idea. The flashing is totally to do with my camera, not the light itself. I'll show you a picture of it, just normal. Now we can change the brightness. You can see it flashes at us every time to let us know that it is receiving the signal from the remote. And then we hit the middle button to go back to our sensor mode, or we can just turn it off. So the remote works great. One other thing before we go install this guy, the instructions recommend a height of 16 feet up to 20 feet. So keep that in mind as you're thinking of places to install it. And let's do that right now. So far so good. We got the post mounted to the side of the house. Just gotta get the light on it now. For mounting the light to that pole outside, we're going to put this metal bracket on top here with the 4 short bolts that are supplied by OK Pro. Now if you look at the back side, the holes are hex, so you can let the nuts sit in there and get your bolts started, and then when you're tightening them, you're only going to have to hold one side. You won't need a wrench or anything on both sides. They do give you a little wrench to tighten them down with, but if you have something else, you'd definitely be better off using a power tool or something. But I got all 4 of these started. We're going to slide it on the pole, tighten it down, and then we'll be just about done. By the way, those bolts, 9/16. Alright, all mounted up. Just gotta wait for nighttime, see how bright she is. Little view from the ground floor. That's big. She never said that. Here we are, made it to nighttime. You can see there's no other light on in the yard. That is just the light we mounted. And as we get closer, eventually it's going to turn on a little bit brighter, or maybe a lot bit brighter, as the motion sensor detects us approaching. And there it goes. And we're still pretty far away, really. So you can see the area that it illuminates. You can tell it's pretty bright coming off these trees right there. There's actually a couple of days later, and last night there was a bunch of raccoons climbing this pear tree, and it kept getting brighter as they went up the tree. It's a pretty decent amount of area that it's illuminating. Again, there's no other light on out here. If you see any raccoons coming at me, give me a heads up, will you? Good comparison, that little light right there is a solar like wall light, those ones that you just screw to the wall. It has like 2 screws on it, and that's how bright that little wall light is compared to this guy up here. Definitely a good way to get light somewhere where it's not easy to bring electricity to. So there it is, guys, your solar street light. Thanks for watching.